Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the round 20 edition of the Football Town Show. First up, we have two new returnings, Alex Vasilevsky for Brimbank FC and Adam Husseini for Metropolitan FC in the first clash of the night. Then Nana Yao lines up for Brunswick, the Bloods, up against Jordan Constant, who's high-flying in his Carlton FC outfit. Maxi Avram is a standing captain in the absence of Johnny Barrientos, and he takes on former teammate Ricky Castro, who's transferred over to Ashburton FC. Paul Vidic looks to keep his title-driven Pascoe Vale side focused as they take on bottom-placed FC Essendon. And Todd Miles, who's done a fantastic job with his young Fitzroy FC squad, will look to continue their momentum up against Borland FC and Sam Dahani. And for match of the round, Reza Kulkuloglu has just jumped off the plane from coming overseas straight to the Futsal Stadium, goes up against Vlado Zoric's Miklam FC. But before we move on, ladies and gents, let's take a look at all the round 19 action. There are a few close results as we can see. Fitzroy defeated Carlton by a solitary goal, as did Pascoe Vale over Brunswick. The Vic Vipers and Hume played at a thrilling 5-all draw, and Metropolitan had a last-minute winner over Moreland. The first game to kick off round 20 saw Brimbank FC looking to stay in the top 8, go up against Metropolitan, who are looking to keep their title chances alive. And they got off to the start they were after as captain Dino Redzepovic intercepted a poor throw from keeper John Italia to put them 1-0 in front. Brimbank's new recruit, former Ashburton striker Leonardo Correa, got his debut for his new club off to the flying start, equalising only minutes later. As we all know, Metropolitan are full of goal scorers, and it didn't take long for them to hit back as Alia Redzepovic joined his brother on the score sheet to restore Metropolitan's lead. Dino Redzepovic had a delightful run from the middle of the park, and he set up brother Ali Redzepovic for a back post tap-in. With Metro looking like they were going to kick away, they certainly did so. Alexander Stevanovic and Ali Redzepovic, two of the older heads in the Metropolitan side, linking up for the 4-1 lead. Moments later, it was that same combination again, Stevanovic to Redzepovic, as Metropolitan soon shot into a very commanding 5-1 lead. Brimbank needed to hit back and fast, and their prayers were answered by unlikely goal scorer Admir Kabla, who scored a peach of a goal on the underside of the crossbar. But it was Metropolitan who had the last laugh to go into the break with the momentum. Tomo Grigic's lofted header just had enough on it to clear keeper John Italia. It just got better and better for Metropolitan as Dino Redzepovic beautifully rounded Italia as he was giving the keeper a massive headache. Metropolitan were looking all the good for the 3 points, and it was that man Dino Redzepovic who made it 8-2 as he got his third of the game. Redzepovic was absolutely unstoppable, linking up with Alexander Stevanovic, who was having a great time setting up goals for his side. Redzepovic with his fourth. Brimbank, who had a fantastic start and mid-season run of form, were just getting absolutely slaughtered by Metropolitan. The experience of Ali Redzepovic and Alexander Stevanovic proving way too much. A late consolation goal was scored by Alex Vasilevsky, who welcomed his return to V-League action.
Now today I really fired up Metropolitan. You knew what you had to do and you just came out and done it.
We have to keep winning to put some pressure on Pascoe Vale. We can only hope that they drop points. If they don't, we still had a good season, so we're happy.
The next game on the card saw two relegation-threatened sides in FC Carlton and CF Brunswick. The winner of this would surely go a step closer to playing V-League futsal in 2013-14 season, and it was Carlton who drew first blood. Classy winger Jordan Constant scoring an absolute screamer from the sideline. Keeper Chen Baisa had absolutely no chance. Cameron Holmes did his best to try and cut through the Carlton defence, but it was captain Sinead Aiden who read the pass well and earned himself a one-on-one with Chen Baisa slotting underneath the keeper for a 2-0 lead. Brunswick could see their season slowly slipping away. Clint McGoy taking the initiative, setting up Cameron Holmes at the back post for Brunswick's first. All of a sudden, we soon had a game on our hands. After giving away 6 fouls, Cameron Holmes was awarded a penalty for Brunswick, and he had the keeper well beaten but hit the top of the crossbar. Taking that penalty as a stern warning, Carlton pressed forward with attacking intent. A cross from Jordan Constant was intercepted by Clint McGoy, which turned out to be an own goal. The momentum swing went heavily in Carlton's favour at the start of the second half, as captain Sinead Aiden drilled a free kick, which was possibly goal of the week. Carlton was soon sitting pretty in a 4-1 lead. But Brunswick know how to knock the ball around and take their chances. Young Daniel Slovacek putting Brunswick back in the game, pulling a goal back. Awarded a free kick just outside the D, Danny Slovacek soon made the scores 4-3, and he had a couple of goals in a matter of minutes. and Carlton were soon looking behind their shoulders as Brunswick were on the comeback. A lofted ball by Chabin Rajab over to the defence wasn't cleared by Nana Yao as he showed no desire to clear the ball. Jordan Constant pounced on it to give his side a little bit of breathing space. Captain Sinead Aiden was having a great game as he broke a double tackle, which in turn ended up in Jordan Constant capping off the man of the match honours for his third of the game.
I'm here with the FC courageous skipper Janine Aiden. Janine, it was one of the biggest games for the club tonight, and the way you boys stood up, and especially yourself, you've been doing it throughout the season, and must be very happy to be back in the 8.
Look, I think our training's paid off. We worked hard for it at the start. We lost, Lucas Krul, Felipe Blay. We lost all our superstars, but Mauricio Novak. This badge here, that's what it's all about. FC Heart, baby.
Cleared by Chabin Rajab. Really well done by Zurich. Lovely goal, Nana Yao. Absolute quality. Andre Farina gives them a high five, says, that's a nice goal. Gets the Vipers on the board within a minute. Quick fire stuff. That's what the Vipers were lacking. Visa off his line, shutting that down. Nahani finishes it off. Classy finish.
Hi, I'm Anna, and you're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 20 match of the round between Hume FC and Mickleham FC. After slipping up in recent weeks, Hume's title challenge looks all but over, while a strong 7-week showing from Mickleham has them on the brink of the top 8 and survival. As we go down there, inspired skipper Vlado Zoric will take on Resakul Kulaglu's Hume, who is only missing Vadim Mazurski, although it's a big out. As for Mickleham, they are almost at full strength, only missing Aaron Masinovic. How will this one play out? Stay tuned to find out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hume taking on Mickleham. Mickleham have put together a good run of results. They had only 7 points, and great play there from Hume. We can see why they're sitting third and right up there, cutting Mickleham apart early as Harrison has a strike. As I was saying, Mickleham had a very slow start to the season, but finally look like they've gotten their things together. Got a few players into the side as Iggy Filipovic, another one who's been a big part of the revival, has hit the upright there and hit a huge vein of form. Between Filipovic, Zoric and Lachlan Campbell, all three know where the goal is, and Filipovic beats Harrison down the line, saved by Baker, and now on the backup effort, Iggy Filipovic makes it 1-0 for Mickleham. Great turn down the line. Baker made the first save. McAllis couldn't keep it out. So Mickleham getting off to the better start after Hume had the early running as Rogovski feeding off Harrison's pass there, and McAllis shot his block. Now Jordan McAllis again, and through to Rogovski, who gets good contact on it, forcing Carsvan into a save. Great breath of fresh air McAllis has been to this Hume lineup. Carsvan. Kasturic. Filipovic played it through, it's cut out by Kulkuloglu. The returning captain has missed around 6-7 weeks. Filipovic, Campbell, cut out now by McAllis. And Lachlan Campbell will win it back. He'll play in Kasturic, and it's 2-0 now to Mickleham. Who would have foresaw this? Hume's late run of poor form is catching up with them. And 2-0 now. Well, can they respond? The Black Army. They're without their top scorer, Vadim Mazurski. And you can see what a difference to the side he made as Rogovski just put it out and says, let's restart. But Eric Quinn now, 3-0. Smart from Rogovski to say start again, but no one did. He was left on his own, and Quinn puts it past Baker. Hume being torn apart early in this game. Harrison winding up from range, forcing a save out of Carsvan. Now Sisek, he'll drive it through, and Kulkuloglu Perhaps a little rusty, hasn't played for a while and should have been on that back post. So after that chance gone begging there, Kukuloglu will look to make up for it. He'll go wide to Harrison, who just put it through the near post. Couldn't get it inside that near post. Rashidi, cross goal, Chrissy Yang, Kukuloglu, opening it up, Filipovic, and now Harrison holding it, and Rashidi coasting in at the back post, pulling one back late in the half. Great play here, Kukuloglu takes Filipovic and Robotis away, and Harrison's pass is inch perfect for Rashidi to tap home. Now Luke Mirakovic has joined this Mickleham surge late in the season. Adds an experienced head to the lineup. Filipovic down the line, and Harrison again testing Kasvan from range. He put it just wide this time, but he's testing him big time. Kasvan long again. Rashidi heads it down. Robotis. Oh, and Baker brought him down. Not sure how much was in that. And a big strike from Rashidi now. As we have another look at this. Robotis touched it wide, and don't think there's much there. Robotis went down a little easy. We have another look at Rashidi's effort. Saved by the brilliant Kasvan. Baker now will throw long again. Straight into Kasvan's arms. Will try and get a late goal. He can't get it on target, and that'll be half time, ladies and gentlemen. 3-1 to Mickleham. Who would have foreseen that? Here we are now, back for the second half. Kasvan, man of the first half, saved almost everything. Only one getting through him as Lachlan Campbell now fantastically held up there by Iggy Filipovic, and he laid it off, and Campbell's thumping left foot found the top corner, and Mickleham now leading 4-1. Not sure Hume would have found themselves in this situation too many times this season, but they'll have to get out of it somehow if they are to keep their title hopes, slim as they may be, alive. Now Eric Quinn tries to put another dagger into the Hume heart as Campbell laid it off, and he had a good strike that Baker had to deny. Well, it's 4-1. Michaelis, now Vragovsky, who'll play it right over the top, and Harrison's header, again saved by Kasvan. He looks impenetrable. How will Hume score past this man? Filipovic, put it down, and now Eric Quinn, again, end-to-end stuff, but Mickleham look like they've just taken the ascendancy a little away from Hume. Baker again. Now Parlak losing out. Eric Quinn, who's been fantastic today. He's now bundled over. No foul given. Played down the line, Michaelis. And now Vragovsky. And Hume's teen sensation pulls one back. A swift passing move which saw all players on the pitch touch the ball. From Harrison to Parlak. And then Michaelis. And Vragovsky put the finishing touches on it. Fantastic goal from Hume. Well, having just pulled a goal back, Hume will feel they can get back into this, but Vlado Zoric looks like he wants to recover the goal as Baker pulls out another save. Vragovsky again, through the middle, Michaelis back to Vragovsky. Now Zoric. Kukuloglu battling hard again. Now Ressa Kukuloglu fighting his way through, saved by Kasvan. Campbell tries to dribble out of there, and it costs him dearly as Saj Sisek, who's been rather quiet today, gets another goal back for Hume, and they now trail by just the one. Hume's never give up. Fighting spirit looks like it's paying off here as Filipovic, though, he's gone all the way through. Hume deny him as they want 3 points here. Dinked over the top by Filipovic, and the 1-2's paid off. Eric Quinn from the very next kickoff after they conceded. He and Filipovic link up, and he heads home, and it's 5-3 now. Surely curtains for Hume, you'd think. They couldn't pull it back from here, could they? Michaelis now will play in Kukuloglu. He went wide to Vragovsky, who was searching for the top corner. He couldn't pick it out, it just went over. Baker. Long throw, Vragovsky couldn't control that, as now that Hume looks like they've given up. It'll be 2-on-1 here. Eric Quinn will play in. Filipovic back to Quinn, and he's hit the upright. One last chance to rub salt into the wound, but Eric Quinn hitting the post. Well, this has been the upset of the round. Who saw this coming? Hume definitely shocked, and Mickleham come away with 3 humongous points.
You've shattered Hume's premiership hopes, I think, Vlado. And the way you came out today, why has this been missing? Why the last 7 weeks you've gotten this team together? Why did it take such a long time, Vlado?
Well, first, the team, except me and Iggy, we've been playing for a while. All the other boys, Eric off and on, Davor came in a little bit, Steve in goals, Phil was missing, Aaron was missing. So, as you know, you need a bit of time to gel.
Fitzroy's first goal of the night League Premiership. And driven through, and a big save there by Manoj. Simsek! Oh, no, Simsek! They had to try Metro, they had to go for it. So below, there's a run to Paris. Oh, it's a good safety for it.
And Jurka Avdic, who scores an absolute ripper of a goal. Lascaris knew nothing about that.
Hi, I'm Dana. You're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
Welcome back to the round 20 edition of the Futbol Town Show, ladies and gents, where we wrap up the final games of the night. The next game on the card had futsal enthusiast mouth watering as 2 heavyweights of the game went head-to-head in Big Vipers and Ashburton FC. Ashburton, who had a number of new recruits in Ricky Castro and Joaquin Jimenez, linked up for the first goal. Jimenez, the beneficiary at the back post, making it 1-0. Castro, who's making his debut for his new side against his old teammates, got off to the start he was after. It was a confidence-boosting goal, making it 2-0. Castro, who was seemingly on a mission to prove a point against his old side, scored an absolute cracker from a tight angle underneath the crossbar, leaving keeper Aaron Yu with no chance. Castro could have had his third in a matter of minutes, and his deflected save could have been Joaquin Jimenez's second, but it wasn't to be. Instead, Maxi Avon went up the other end, latching onto a throw from Aaron Yu and brought back the deficit. Ashburton, wanting to build on their lead before half-time, had Castro to thank for a standout first half as he got his third. The Green Machine saw this game as an opportunity to get a great win over a superior opponent. Hamad Al-Gharabi's free kick, building on the first half momentum they'd created. Vipers youngster Josh Pulverenti came off the bench to score an absolute cracking goal, which kept his side in touch at 5-2. Some poor decision-making in the back by Ashburton veteran Mickey Jota allowed Pulverenti to get his second of the game, and soon all momentum was with the Vipers. Determined to prove himself for his new club, Ricky Castro got his side back on track with his fourth of the game, beating the Vipers defenders with ease with a classic run. Pulverenti, who was showing some real class on the ball, scored a brilliant toe poker with his body weight going backwards. But whatever the Vipers youngster could do, Ricky Castro could do better. The South American was really having a day out to remember. A delightful lofted pass by Robbie Amelini was met by the head of Castro, who scored his 6th of the game, and he had almost instantly put Vipers to the sword and won the 3 points for his side. With not a lot of time remaining on the clock, Mo Al-Gharabi did his best to try and stop Jason Barrientos, but that was left to a fine stop by Con Macris. But there was no stopping the Vipers' front man in the next run of play, capping off the 5-8 result.
Personal best for you, 6 goals. You've never achieved that. And to come up against your former team and kick 6 goals tonight, you must be very pleased.
I'm very happy. I'm over the moon, but that's a compliment of the team as well. Some of the goals were tap-ins. Some of them a bit of luck, and that's futsal. You have to create your own luck. So I was very fortunate, and compliments to the guys that I was playing around with. That's what it is.
The next game on the card could have been billed as a slight mismatch, as bottom of the table FC Essendon took on Pascoe Vale FC, who was sitting on top of the table and eyeing off their 5th championship in their history. Star defender Lucas Krul got his side off to the start they were after with a delightful strike from just beyond halfway. Krul soon turned provider as Sofian Sufi took 2 bites at the cherry to make it 2-0. Essendon, who are a new administration to come into the V-League, have found it tough going since their inception, and it was never going to get easier as they took on the might of Pascoe Vale. A fine spread of goal scorers, Mauricio Novak, another quality player to get on the score sheet. Essendon's player manager Yusuf Tufeli had a poor back pass which went right to Lucas Krul, who set up Novak for his second of the game. Pascoe Vale was soon in a commanding 4-0 lead. There was a consolation scored by Haydar Noor as he gave his lowly ranked side a slight chance of making a comeback, but there was no chance once Sofiane Soufi drilled in the bottom left-hand corner with ease. Pascoe Vale's giant French striker really was proving too hard to deal with for the Essendon defence. His strike was saved by the keeper, but the rebound was struck in by Krul, who got his second of the half. Just when Essendon thought it couldn't get any worse, defender Chad Kuruchi deflected in an own goal to make it 7-1 at the break. Pascoe Vale, who are deadly at set pieces, proved that their training does pay off in the end. Sofiane Soufi on the score sheet yet again, as he was seeing this game as a chance to make up the ground in the top goal scorers race. Goal difference becoming all the more important as the battle for the title between Metropolitan and Pascoe Vale heats up. Lucas Krul is a main reason their goal difference is so healthy. The Brazilian got his second goal for the half in a matter of minutes to really turn Essendon's night upside down. Haydar Noor continued to be the only shining light for his side, scoring his second, but it didn't help much in the 14-2 result.
I'm here as one of the stars from Pascoe Vale, Breno Pilati. Coming into tonight's game, you knew what you had to do. Get a few goals, get ahead on the goals, and keep going. Was that the plan by Paul Vidic to manage it tonight?
That's the main plan. Essendon put on a good fight. They were pretty hard to break, and yeah, it was a good game. Like the result didn't.
Pretty hard to break, 7-1 at half time. So you break them nice and early, didn't you?
Yes, but it was. They put on a good fight. Like they're good boys. Haydar Noor, he's excellent, and yeah, he's giving us a run.
The final game for round 20 saw Fitzroy FC look to consolidate their place in the top 8 to play top flight futsal in the following season, but standing in their way was the determined Moreland side, who were looking to save face on a disappointing season. But it didn't go according to plan for the already relegated Moreland, as Ange Fusca tapped in unmarked at the back post. It was soon 2-0 for Fitzroy after Fernando De Moraes, the key player for this Fitzroy side and the best player in Australia, scored a classic goal from long range. De Moraes was at fault for the next goal as he failed to stay goal side on his direct opponent, Sam Dahani, after he blasted past keeper Jack Zillis. With the score at 2-1 and Moreland being too close for comfort, Fitzroy really had to pull something out of the bag, and they certainly did that with one of the goals of the season, where every player touched the ball. Ilhan Altuntas finished from close range for a 3-1 lead. If you thought Altuntas' goal was good, you should see little Joe Montaglioni's blast from just beyond halfway to put his side up 4-1 at half-time. It got even better for Fitzroy at the opening of the second half, Altuntas getting his second with a delightful strike. The game was soon turned on its head as Fitzroy keeper Jack Zillis was sent off for a second yellow card and given away a penalty, but standing keeper Altuntas continued his good form, amazingly saving a penalty from Dahani. But the big striker from Moreland soon made up for his earlier miss with a long-range strike which the youngster had no idea about. The deficit was soon reduced to 5-2. Sensing vulnerability in the Fitzroy keeper, Salih Seffel tried his luck from long range and it also paid off. The margin was soon cut back to 2 goals. Fitzroy weren't going to let Moreland have it their own way. Ben Montaglioni, probably one of the most improved players in the B-League this season, scored a very important goal to steady the ship for his side. Sebastian Ingrosso's deflected header was rebounded to him by Altuntas and he finished from close range. With the deficit back to 2 goals, Fitzroy really had to put on the afterburners with only a few minutes remaining. Ange Fusca getting his second. And then captain Alistair Dunlop continued his good form on return from injury with his first of the game. Ben Montaglioni then set up Fernando De Moraes to tap into an open net, the Brazilian also doubling his goal tally. With the game all but over, Moreland's defence seemed all at sea, Fitzroy doing as they pleased, with Dunlop getting 2 in a matter of minutes, putting his hand up for man of the match honours. Fitzroy ran out 11-4 winners, but all credit must go to standing keeper Ilhan Altuntas.
Alistair, great start to the game by the boys, but your keeper went off and you let Moreland back in the game, then you pulled away again.
Yeah, it was very tight. We looked like we'd broken away, but then Jay-Z unfortunately got a red card. It was, I don't know, probably a fair decision, but got a few goals, but then we got back into it, so it was good. Got back into our stride.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, as we edge nearer and nearer to the conclusion of the 2013 season. Who will stay up and who will win the championship? As we have a look at the round 20 results, what a game we had in match of the round. Hume going down to Mickleham, their title chances are all but over, which has left it as a 2-horse race between Metropolitan and Pascoe Vale, both who have claimed massive wins over lesser opponents. As we have a look at the ladder, Metropolitan are on top of Pascoe Vale by a solitary point, although Pascoe Vale do have a game in hand. The race for 8th position is also heating up with Brimbank, Mickleham and FC Carlton all in the hunt. CF Brunswick, with their loss to Carlton, are out of the running and they will be playing State League futsal next season. Taking a look at the Golden Boot race for 2013, Ali Radzevic and Tomo Grigic from Metropolitan lead the way on 37 and 36 respectively, followed by Adam Alisevic on 35. Missing this week's round through suspension really has hurt Brimbank's leading striker. Looking ahead to the round 21 games, the matches not to miss for my money are Ashburn and Mickleham. Can Mickleham keep their run of form going to stay in the top 8? Hume and Pascoe Vale. Will Pascoe Vale drop points and hand the title to Metropolitan, who take on giants of the game, Vic Vipers FC? As always, ladies and gents, let's go to Goal of the Week.